Abdur Rahman. Yeah, I have cleared net. Hello everyone. Around 6 to 7 months. Hello Vivan. I'm doing great. I hope you all are prepared this time. Shri Nivasan Yadav. Hello. No, it's not. Abdur, it's not enough. We'll wait for 2 more minutes, okay? Then we'll start our session. Hello Raja King. Hi Vaishnavi. Hi Ranjit. Vivan, you always ask for your doubts in class only. I usually even extend it after 1 hour. So what more do you expect from me? Hello H. Hiller. I'll wait for half more minutes, then I'll start my session, okay? I'm waiting more students to come. Are you all prepared this time? Where are those students? Kritik, Ravi and Wasim, I guess, Haripriya. Am I clearly audible? Can anyone answer, or do I need to use my earphones? Being royal, you should be, I guess, more interested in class. Sorry for the blunt answer. Thank you, Dhana. Should I start my session now? Please comment yes fast, please, please, please. Fast, fast. Comment fast. Are you ready? Should I start my session? Thank you, Prasenjit. Should I start my session? Please comment yes. Okay, Harsh. Okay, Dhana. So I'll begin with modernism first. And from modernism, I need to ask, like, there is one quotation that we can't skip if we talk about the modern period. Most famous writer, I won't tell who's the writer, a most famous writer comments that on or about December 1910, human characters changed. And this quotation usually marked, the beginning of the modern period. So who says this? On or about December 1910, human characters changed. Who says this? Answer fast, answer fast. Please answer fast. Keep on answering, keep on answering. I'm waiting for other students' answers as well. Stensky. No, Vivan. Who else knows the right answer? Answer fast. Who else knows the right answer? Please answer fast. Please answer fast. If you know the answer, please answer me fast. If you don't know, just please type no. Okay, we don't have much time. Yeah, Dhana gave the right answer. Virginia Woolf is the right answer for that. Vivan, Stensky is not the answer. Yes, not emotional. Vinay. Virginia Woolf is the right answer. No, not T.S. Eliot. It's Virginia Woolf who said on or about December 1910, human characters changed. And a more, assertive declaration made by one of the famous writer, who says it was in 1915 the old world ended. I am repeating. A more assertive declaration made by a famous writer who says it was in 1915 the old world ended. So, and he, by this quotation, he meant that it was the time when an entire cultural tradition seemed to end in war. We had this World War I, which began from 1915, and he says on that period that it was in 1915 the old world ended. So who says that? It has been asked once in net. So you make sure that you answer this question. Who says this line? Please, please, please answer me fast. It was in 1915 the old world ended. Keep on answering. Keep on answering. No, it was D.H. Lawrence. Vivan and Hadia gave the right answer. I am moving to the next question, okay? Yes, 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 Manu Joshi. D.H. Lawrence is the right answer. Hello, Vikas. Now I'm moving to the next question. I won't waste much of my time like the last session. Okay, I'm moving to the next question. I want answers fast. Hello, Vikas. What else do you need? What do you want me to say? Okay. You know Joseph Conrad, right? Joseph Conrad and Ford Madox Ford, both of them collaboratively wrote three major novels, and those novels are Nature of Crime, Romance, and The Inheritors. Sorry, I gave the answer. Can you repeat? Sorry, I'm moving to the next question. I gave you the answer. Okay. Who says that line? Where I lacked political purpose, I wrote lifeless books. Who says this line? Where I lacked political purpose, I wrote lifeless books. Who says this? Please answer fast. Yeah, Dhana, no need to laugh, I know. I gave you the answer. So skip that question, and I asked you another question. Who says that where I lacked political purpose, I wrote lifeless books? Who says this? It is the most famous quotation. Please answer fast. Please answer fast. Keep on answering. Anyone else? Hadia, why is that question mark after your answer? Are you not sure about it? T.S. Eliot? Seriously? Yes, it was George Orwell who says this. T.S. Eliot is not the right answer. Think first, being royal, before you answer, okay? Yes, not emotional. George Orwell is the right answer. I am moving to the next question, okay? There is one essay written by George Orwell, which is a kind of review to the to one novel of Henry Miller's. The novel was Tropic of Cancer. So which was that essay which was written by George Orwell? Hello, Mr. Khan. I am repeating the question. There is one essay written by George Orwell, which is a kind of review to the novel Tropic of Cancer, and the Tropic of Cancer was written by Henry Miller. So which was that essay that was written by George Orwell? Who will give me the right answer? Please answer fast. Please answer fast. Mr. Khan, can we discuss this later? Can you please answer my question? Do you want me to repeat my question? There is one essay written by George Orwell, which is a review to the novel. The novel is which A Day in the Life of Trump. No, not the right answer. I am repeating my question. There is one essay written by George Orwell, which is a review to the novel Tropic of Cancer, and the Tropic of Cancer has been written by Henry Miller. So which was that essay that has been written by George Orwell, which is a review to Henry Miller's novel Tropic of Cancer? Please answer fast. Please answer fast. This question has been asked recently, you know. Do you not cover previous year questions? This question has been asked in 2019. Can anyone answer? Why I write a day in the life of Trump? They are not the correct answers. Is there anyone who can give me the right answer? Oh, Seri Mela Kamalkar. He gave the right answer. Yeah. Inside the Whale is the essay which is written by George Orwell, and it is a review to Henry Miller's novel Tropic of Cancer. This question has been asked in 2019, you know. So you should have known this answer. Okay, I'm moving to the next question. Okay, now tell me who called novels as bright book of life. Who called novels as bright book of life? Please answer. Balram, I am deaf. Okay. If this is the problem, sorry dear, I can't type every question. Not Matthew Arnold. No. Don't you think that Arnold usually used to write poems? Yes, I'm getting right answers from Seri Mela and Manu Joshi. They both gave the right answers. D.H. Lawrence is the right answer. I'm moving to the next question. Yes, Vivan, you gave the right answer. Now, who describes the novel as not form which you see, but emotion which you feel? Who describes novel as not form which you see, but emotions which you feel? Who says this about novels? Answer fast, answer fast. I have many questions today. Please answer fast, please answer fast. Who says novels as not the form you see, but emotions you feel? Please answer. Who says novels as not the form which you see, but emotions which you feel? Not Vivan, not Conrad. Yeah, Prasenjit gave the right answer. She was Virginia Woolf. Who says not form which you see, but emotions which you feel. Very good, Prasenjit. Okay, I'm moving to my next questions. There is one work by E.M. Foster, which is Where Angels Fear to Tread, and the title of this work has been taken from Where the Angels Fear to Tread is a work by E.M. Foster, and from where he has taken this title. This has also been asked once in it. Please answer wisely. Yes, Sirimi, you gave the right answer for my earlier question, but I have asked another question now. There is one work where angels fear to tread. This is a work by E.M. Foster, and the title of this work has been taken from where he has taken this the title of this work. Please answer. Keep on answering. Keep on answering. Keep on answering. I'm waiting for more people to answer. Okay, Kamal. Please answer fast. Please answer fast. I'm waiting for their answers. Yes, this was the line, Karan, but where E.M. Foster has this taken line from where he has taken this line, well, from where he has taken the title of this work, where this line has been written, for fools rush in where angel fears to tread. Okay, I'm giving the right answer now. Dhana and Vivan, they both gave the right answer. Okay, I'm moving to the next question. Okay. Okay, there is one famous work. It is a children fiction, and the name of this work is Peter Pan, a boy who wouldn't grow up. So, who wrote this work? This is the easiest question I have asked. Please answer wisely. Who has written this work? Peter Pan, a boy who wouldn't grow up. Who has written this work? Peter Pan, a boy who wouldn't grow up. Vivan, this answer was for the earlier one, right? Yeah, you did. Now answer me for my next question. Who wrote Peter Pan, a boy who wouldn't grow up? This is the subtitle of this work. Answer me fast, answer me fast. Who wrote Peter Pan? Bradbury. No. Being Royal? No. I'll tell you later. Keep on answering. Keep on answering. I want more answers. Don't copy being royal. You earlier gave the wrong answer. Hello, Sumit Verma. Hello. Is there anyone who want to answer this question? Who wrote this famous novel Peter Pan? The subtitle of this work is A Boy Who Wouldn't Grow Up. So who wrote this novel? Yes, I'm answering now. It was J.M. Barrie. Kamal and this something Karan gave the right answer. It was James Matthew Barrie. J.M. Barrie wrote this work. Thank you, Akash. Okay, thank you. Okay, this is a kind of a lengthy question, but I want correct answers from all of you. This question has been asked once in net, where they give the title of the works of Aldous Huxley and from where those titles has been taken. Okay, so I am like answering those. No, sorry. I am speaking those titles now. The Brave New World is the work written by Aldous Huxley, and the title of this work has been taken from. It has previously been asked. I am repeating the title. Brave New World is a work by Aldous Huxley, and the title of this work has been taken from. There are 4 works that I am gonna like speak right now, and you need to tell me the source of each of his works. Okay, I want proper answer, being royal. Which of Shakespeare's work? Answer me correctly. Please answer fast. Brave New World, the title of this work has been taken from. Yes, Dhana gave the right answer. The title of Aldous Huxley's work, Brave New World, has been taken from Miranda's speech. It was not Miranda, I guess, or it was Miranda. Toby Belch, I guess. I am kind of confused in that, but yeah, it has been taken from The Tempest, Shakespeare's work, The Tempest. The next work of Aldous Huxley is The Doors of Perception. The title of this work has been taken from. What is the source of this title? The Doors of Perception. Yes, Vivan, you gave the right answer. Answer me for my next question. The Doors of Perception, the title of this work has been taken from. Please keep on answering. I have many more questions today. Please answer fast. Please answer fast. The Doors of Perception is a work by Aldous Huxley, and the title of this work has been taken from. Akash, I have repeated the question. The Doors of Perception is a work by Aldous Huxley, and the title of this work has been taken from. Yes. Hadia and Kamal gave the right answer. It was from William Blake's The Marriage of Heaven and Hell. They both gave the right answer. If you don't know the answer, please at least read all the comments. Yes, Vivan, you also gave the right answer. Please at least remember these points, if you don't know any of it. Whenever I conduct any of my session, always take a copy and pen with you, so that if you don't know the answer of any of my questions, at least you write that point that time only, so that you would be able to recall if any of these questions comes up in exams. So you always should have your pen and copy with you whenever you conduct my sessions. So I'm moving to my next work. Next work is Antique Hay. So Antique Hay is the work written by Aldous Huxley, and the title of this work has been taken from. What is the source of this title? Antique Hay. Again, the work by Aldous Huxley. Thank you, Dhana. Good, Vivan. The source of Antique Hay is, please answer my question. The source of Antique Hay. I want answers fast. If you don't know the answer, please don't Google it, okay? Tariq Said. Okay. This is the revision session, Tariq. I am taking this session on modernism and postmodernism, and I'm asking questions on those only. So you are supposed to answer me that. Please answer me fast. If nobody knows the answer, please comment. We don't know. Please answer, please answer. Why you people request me for this video? Do you really want to join me right now? If anybody wants to join me here, I'll add you up after this session. If you have any questions, any queries, you can ask me that. I will join you at the end of my session. But please don't request me right now. I can't add any of you. No need to fight, Vivan and Akash. Please answer my questions. Yes, Akansha Barthwal gave the right answer. It was Marlowe's Edward II. Okay, Christopher Marlowe's work, Edward II. This is the source of Aldous Huxley's work, Antique Hay. Okay, I'm moving to my next question. Those Barren Leaves is again a work by Aldous Huxley, and the source of this work is. Yes, Tariq, Marlowe is the right answer. The source of Those Barren Leaves is. Please answer fast. The source of Those Barren Leaves is. I didn't check that, Vivan. Seriously, you gave? I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I've just read your comment. Vivan and Akansha gave the right answer. Answer for my next question. The source of Those Barren Leaves is again a work by Antique Hay, and from where he has taken the title. Vivan gave the proper answer. Yes, being royal, it was Wordsworth, but you need to specify your answers from the next time. Should I move to my next question? Should I move to my next question? Hello, Farhan. There is a work by Rudyard Kipling, which is Kim. You all know that. Kim is the work by Rudyard Kipling, and the work has been called the finest novel in English language with an Indian theme. So who says this line about Kim, which has been written by Rudyard Kipling? Kim is a work by Rudyard Kipling, and there is one writer who says that Kim is the finest novel in English language with Indian theme. So who says this about Kim? Who is that critic or writer, whatever you wanna say? Who is that who says this about Kim, that Kim is the finest novel in English language with Indian theme? Please answer fast. Please answer fast. Keep on answering. Being royal, always Orwell is the writer of the novel Kim. I said, I'm repeating my question. Kim is the work written by Rudyard. No, sorry. Orwell is not the correct answer. Kim is the work written by Rudyard Kipling, and there is one critic or writer who says that Kim is the finest novel in English language with Indian theme. Who says this about Kim? Kim is a work by Rudyard Kipling, and it is not definitely Orwell who says that. Who is that critique? Who is that critique? Please answer. Please answer fast. It's okay, Tariq, if you don't know the answer. Who says this about Kim, that Kim is the finest novel in English language with Indian theme? It's okay being royal if you don't know the answer. Is there anyone who want to answer this question? Except Vivan and being royal, is there anyone who want to answer this question? I'm waiting for few more seconds. If you want to answer, please answer fast. I didn't say you are wrong, Vivan. I didn't say any of these things. Just wait. I am waiting for other students to answer. Time's up. Yeah, it was Niraj C. Chaudhary, who says that Kim is the finest novel in English language with Indian theme. Conrad is not the right answer, Dhana, sorry. And Being Royal, Orwell is also not the right answer. Niraj C. Chaudhary is the critique who says about this, who says about Kim that Kim is the finest novel in English language with Indian theme. I'm moving to my next question, okay? So there is one volume which is titled as Plays Unpleasant, okay? Running out of data. I'm repeating my question. There is one volume sorry there is one volume by GB Shaw. The title of the volume is Plays Unpleasant, and this novel has 3 works. This volume this volume contains 3 works. What are the names of those works which comes under this volume? I have asked for the name of the works, Vivan. Please listen to me carefully. I've already told you that GB Shaw wrote a volume which includes 3 works written by him, and the title of this volume is Plays Unpleasant. So which are those works that comes under this volume? Please mention those names. Those are 3 works which comes under this volume. What are those works? Sorry, I need to have my water. I'm waiting for other students to answer. Okay, time's up. Yes, Vivan gave the proper answer. Widower's House, Philanderer, and Mrs. Warren's Profession. These are the works that comes under a volume named Plays Unpleasant, and this volume has been written by GB Shaw. Okay, I'm moving to my next question. Yes, Ranjit, you are giving right answers, but you need to write them fast. We don't have much time here, okay? You gave the right answer. Vivan and Ranjit gave the right answer. If you don't know the answer, please at least read comments. I'm repeating it again and again. If you don't know any answer, so please at least read the comments so that you would know. I'm moving to my next question. Okay, what is the publication year of T.S. Eliot's most famous poem, which is The Wasteland? In which year The Wasteland got published? What is the publication year of it? Easiest question I've asked. Please answer wisely. Please answer fast. Any more answers? Any more answers? I want more answers. Yes, 1922 is the year in which The Wasteland by T.S. Eliot got published. And the epigraph, you must know, there is epigraph titled to this novel, to this poem. So the epigraph is dedicated to, who is that writer or poet to whom this epigraph has been dedicated? The epigraph of T.S. Eliot's Wasteland is dedicated to, yeah, this is the epigraph, Hadia. And yes, Ezra Pound is the right answer. Hadia, Ranjit and Vivan gave the right answer. The epigraph has been dedicated to Ezra Pound. Do I need to ask for those 5 parts as well? Can you put them in chronological order? Not chronological, like according to its name. What are those 5 parts? Can you give me the names of those 5 parts according to the order? Yes, Burial of the Dead is the first part. Yes, Death by Water is the second part. Okay, ask me later, Avnish. If you have any questions, ask me later. But please answer. What are those 3 parts, Hadia? Please answer me. You missed one, Hadia. You missed one. Yes, Vivan gave the right answer. You missed Fire Sermon, Hadia. Or else Hadia has been giving right answers on The Wasteland. She seems like fully prepared on T.S. Eliot. Yes, Vivan gave the right answers. There are 5 parts attributed to this T.S. Eliot's work, The Wasteland, which are The Burial of the Dead, A Game of Chess, Fire Sermon, Death by Water, and What the Thunder Said. And this poem begins with April is the cruelest month and ends with one famous, Sanskrit mantra, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You all know all these basic details about T.S. Eliot, right? Wasteland, which is by T.S. Eliot. So I'm moving to my next question. I find this question quite tough, I guess, for you. So I'm gonna give you options as well. The question is, Aldous Huxley again wrote a work which is Point Counterpoint, and there is one character in this work which is Mark Rampin, and this character has been modeled upon. This character, Mark Rampion, has been modeled upon a famous writer, novelist. Who was he? I'm giving you options now. You understood the question? Options are George Orwell, Graham Greene, James Joyce, and D.H. Lawrence. I'm repeating the options again. George Orwell, Graham Greene, James Joyce, D.H. Lawrence. Yes, D.H. Lawrence is the right answer. Thank you, Hadia and Vivan. No, Avnish, George is not the right answer. D.H. Lawrence is that writer upon whom this Mark Rampion has been modeled, okay? Yes, Akash, it was D.H. Lawrence. This question is also a previous year one. Okay, again a question. W.H. Auden collaborated with a famous writer and he wrote 3 works with him. The name of those works are Dog Beneath the Skin, The Ascent of 5/6, and On the Frontier. Who is that writer with whom he collaboratively wrote these works? I am repeating my question. I am repeating my question, okay? W.H. Auden collaboratively wrote 3 works with one of the famous writers, and those works are Dog Beneath the Skin, The Ascent of 5/6, and On the Frontier. Who is that famous writer with whom he collaboratively wrote these works? And he is homosexual as well. I am giving you a hint. Why people are just keep on asking where I am from? How does it matter? Don't ask me this question again. I am telling you I am from Delhi. I am from New Delhi. Please don't ask this question again and again. Yes, Christopher Isherwood is the right answer. Hadia, Vivan, and Being Royal gave the right answers. Sona Nayak, I'll answer you later. Please answer for those questions that I am asking right now. Christopher Isherwood is the right answer for this question. He collaboratively wrote with Christopher Isherwood, and he wrote these 3 works: The Dog Beneath the Skin, The Ascent of 5/6, and On the Frontier. These are the 3 works that W.H. Auden wrote collaboratively with Christopher Isherwood. Okay, I'm moving to the next question. Okay, there is one phrase by W.B. Yeats. The phrase is moment of unaging intellect. So, in which work he says this? Moment of unaging intellect. It's okay, Sona. Answer me fast, answer me fast. Answer me, please answer me. Keep on answering. Yes, Hadia, Akash, Vivan, Royal gave the right answer. It is sailing to Byzantium. In this work, W.B. Yeats says that use this phrase, moment of an aging intellect. You gave the right answer. Okay, Strange Meeting is a work by. I'm moving to my next question. Strange Meeting is a work by. Please answer me fast. Strange Meeting is a work by. Please answer fast. You people don't need to counter attack on each other. You can do it later, please. Not Shelly. Okay, Hadia wants options. One of you has already answered for the question. Hadia, please recall if you can. Yes, it was Wilfred Owen who wrote this famous poem, A Strange Meeting. I'm moving to my next question. I Claudius is a work by. Yes, Avnish, it was Wilfred Owen. Akash, Avnish, and Vivan, please do it later. Please attend this session sincerely. You don't need to fight here. Answer for whatever I have asked. Please answer my question instead of attacking each other. I have asked, I Claudius is a work by. Who has written this work? Please join fast. I'll continue with my question. Please join fast. I'll repeat my question. I Claudius is a work by. Who has written this work? And nobody needs to Google it. If you don't know the answer, please listen to others. Please read their comments. Okay? It won't benefit you in any way. Please answer my question. Nobody knows the answer. Hello, good evening, Vineet. This works comes under most 100 famous novels, one of the most 100 famous novels. Options. Hadia needs again options. Okay. James Joyce and John Fowles, Anthony Burgess and Robert Graves. I can't repeat these questions. Even I forgot whatever I've said. I want answers. I don't know whatever you are asking, Vineet. I didn't get your question. Yes, Vaishnavi, Hadia, and these others, Mans Jaipal and Being Royal, Akash, they all gave the right answer. It was Robert Graves who wrote I, Claudius. And this is one of the most famous 100 novels. You must know the summary of this work, okay? I don't want any stupid questions here. Please attend this session sincerely. Neeraj, I don't want bullshits here. Okay, answer for my next question. Oranges are not the only fruit. This work is by and I'm giving you the hint. This work is lesbian Bildungsroman. This work is by, the title of the work is Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit. Who wrote this work? Answer fast. Answer fast. I'm moving to the next question then. Yes, it was Janet Winterson. Hadia gave the right answer, but please, Hadia, check your spelling. You typed the wrong spelling of Janet. It is not the correct spelling. But yeah, it is Janet Winterson. She wrote this work, Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit. Yes, Sunita Kurmakar. Winterson is the right answer. Okay, I'm moving to my next question. Death and Entrances is a work by Dylan Thomas, and the title of this work has been taken from. This question has been asked in, I guess, July or December 2018. Akash, can you wave each other later? Please attend this session sincerely. I'm gonna ask three or more questions, just 3 or 4. I guess I won't take much of your time, so please answer sincerely. I already gave the answer, Vaishnavi. I already told you that it was Dylan Thomas who wrote a work which is Death and Entrances. So, from where he has taken the title of this work? The title of Dylan Thomas' work, Death and Entrances, has been taken from. Please answer fast. Please answer fast. Hello, Ankit. Hello, sweetie. I am going to conclude this session soon. Please answer fast. I am tired of this question. Where are you from? Why do you need to know? Please answer. Okay, I am from New Delhi. Now answer for my question. That Death and Entrances is a work by Dylan Thomas, and the title of this work has been taken from. Yeah, Sunita Krimakar gave the right answer. Death's Duel. And who has written this Death's Duel? Sunita, you know this? Yeah, Death's Duel is the right answer. But who has written this work? Akash, please attend this session sincerely. This is not fun anymore. Yes, Prasenjit gave the right answer. It was Death's Duel. Yes, Sunita Krimakar. Okay, the term campus novel is associated with. The term campus novel is associated with. Who is that writer with whom the term Kempis novel is associated? Keep on answering. Keep on answering. I'm waiting for other students to answer. I want one answer. What is this? Nagaraj. I want right answer fast. Please answer me fast. The term campus novel is associated with. Please answer fast. I have to conclude this session. Am I literally not audible to you? Is there anyone else as well who cannot listen to me clearly? Am I not clearly audible? Thank you, Prasenjit. I want answer for my question now. Please answer. The term campus novel is associated with. Thank you, Dhana. Thank you, Shrille. I want answer fast. Thank you, Ranjit, for telling me. I want answer now. The term campus novel is associated with. I want answers, please. That's what I'm asking to you. I want the writer, Sunita. Who is that writer with whom the term campus novel is associated? I want the name of the writers. I guess nobody knows the answers. It was Kingsley Amis with whom the term campus novel is associated. This was the easiest question, yaar. Why do you know the answer? No, it was not Graham Greene. It was Kingsley Amis. Nobody knew the answer. Yes, Shirley, it was Kingsley. I've already told you. It was Kingsley Amis with whom the term campus novel is associated. I had like 10 to 15 more questions, but I guess I won't be able to ask all of it. So I'll ask 2 more questions now, then I'll end up my session, okay? Okay, you know the famous work which is associated with the angry young man movement. The work is Look Back in Anger. The work was written by John Osborne, and he then wrote another sequel of it. What is the name of that sequel? John Osborne wrote a famous work which is Look Back in Anger, and the work is associated with a movement that you all know, which is Angry Young Man movement. He then again wrote a sequel of this work. What is the name of that sequel? I want the name of it. Please answer fast. What is the name of the sequel of Look Back in Anger? What does Sholter attempts, Avnish? I don't know why, but I really didn't enjoy this session. You are literally not attending this sincerely except few students. I didn't enjoy it at all. You know, few days are left for your exams and you are not studying sincerely. Only 2 or 3 students are answering me correctly. What about other students? Haven't you studied at all? Yes, deja vu is the right answer, Sunita. Only Sunita knew the answer, I guess. Deja vu is the right answer. It is the sequel of Look Back in Anger, the work that has been written by John Osborne. Okay, I don't want to ask any more questions from you. I want to conclude this session. So this was the last question that I have asked. I am not going to ask any more questions today. So I'm gonna say bye. It's okay, Yadav Srijan. I'm going to conclude this session now. I'm already done with my session. So bye now. Take care. Keep studying. Welcome, Hadia. Welcome, Vivan. Thank you to those students who sincerely participated in this session, and I am really disappointed with others who were more concerned in critiquing others. I don't know Yadav's region. I will keep on coming, Vivan, if you all people attend these sessions sincerely. Thank you, Shile. We'll talk about this Yadav later, Shirijan Yadav. We'll talk about it later, okay? I'm concluding this session now. So, bye. That was it for today. Take care now. Good night. Stay tuned. Bye.